What is up, guys? Welcome to my trailer breakdown for The Flash Season 4 Episode 18 titled Lose Yourself. And I actually already broke down this episode in the synopsis because the synopsis comes out a week or two earlier than the episode, so I already broke that down. So if you want to check out that video, click in the top right corner of the video. Find it. I'm guessing most of you haven't seen it. For some reason, it didn't get a lot of views, but hopefully if you've seen this video, you could go watch that one as well. It explains the character that's showing up in this episode a lot more. Edwin Gowes, who is the final bus meta, he is explained to a much bigger extent than he is in this video. So if you want to find out more about him, click in the top right corner of the video. So without further ado, let's watch the trailer.
Prepare yourselves. Tonight we take on our thinker.
What's happened? Someone's taking over our systems. It's Devoe.
I will cut through all of Team Flash to get what I want.
This team is the only family that I have ever had.
No one has to die.
Iris, Caitlin, Cisco, Joe, Harry. Devoe cannot have them.
The Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
So this is what the season has been building up to, apparently, because the reason I actually think that this is actually a misdirection, the trailer's a misdirection for the trailer, is because of a comment I saw on the trailer for this, which is that one of the people said, I wonder if it's a simulation that Ralph has to go through to test his metal. And I think that is 100% a possibility. I feel like it's going to be in the vein of that one Young Justice episode where they're going through this this simulation, training simulation, and they forget they're in a simulation. That was an awesome, amazing episode, and I feel like this might be the same thing. The reason I think that is because, well, first of all, since when has Marlise Devoe been like this ninja character? And second of all, the big thing that shows me that this is actually in the simulation is that it seems like Marlise is stabbing Iris, and I know for a fact Iris is not going to die, especially in episode 18. She might die, and she's definitely not dying before they have at least their kids that they have in the comments, the twins, because then if she doesn't have those kids, where's Bart Allen going to come from? So she's not dying, that's for sure, which is why I think this is definitely a simulation. You see all the other Team Flash members going through the same thing, maybe dying, Marlise killing them with her newfound ninja abilities. And another thing is that they specifically showed the simulation at the beginning of the last episode, and I think they did that to foreshadow this episode, which this might be there'll be a twist at the end where this whole thing was a simulation to test Ralph and to see what he will do. Another thing that shows me that is the synopsis for this episode, which actually reads, when Barry and Team Flash find a way to enter the Thinker's lair, Ralph considers crossing a dangerous line to defeat Devoe. Meanwhile, Joe's concerned by Harry's recent behavior. So the thing that's where it says Ralph considers crossing a dangerous line to defeat Devoe, that might be the test that they're having here with the simulation. With Ralph maybe forgetting he's in a simulation and everybody else knowing they're in one, just to test him and to see if he will actually cross that line, which is probably killing Devoe, and that would be an awesome twist. It wouldn't be the most unpredictable twist because obviously I am predicting it, but actually I don't think that I would be very surprised if this is actually the twist in the episode. And even though it would make the episode kind of filler, I think it would be amazing just because the trailer looks to be a season finale kind of thing. So if it was like a simulation to foreshadow how the season finale is going to go down, that would be pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. But again, I actually don't think that the Flash writers are ballsy enough to do this, especially this late in the season. But I am hopeful that they are, because this would be an amazing twist at testing Ralph's ability or whatever to see what he will do in this situation. And the fact that they show the simulation in the beginning of the last episode really shows me that that's a huge possibility. So at the beginning of the trailer, you see Barry, Caitlin, and Cisco, or the Flash, Killer Frost, and Vibe in Devoe's lair, and the way they got in there is teased in the synopsis as well as one of the character descriptions for the episode, and that is they found the last bus meta, the one that I mentioned earlier in the video, and his name is Edwin Gowes, aka the Folded Man, and he has the ability to go through dimensions, which is how Team Flash got to Devoe's lair, because apparently it's in a different dimension. But actually, in the comics, its ability is to go through dimensions, as in 1 dimension, 2 dimension, and 3 dimension, and 4 dimension, and things like that. Not through actual other worldly dimensions. That wasn't his ability. So I guess they changed his ability a little bit to suit the season, which is fine. fine. It's not a character I've ever heard of, so to change his abilities like that, it's fine, and it actually works with the character description. Like you hear, he has the ability to go to like change dimensions, so it makes sense. Like it's not the exact same thing, but it makes sense. So again, I talked about him a lot more in my synopsis breakdown, so definitely check out that video. But that is how they got into this dimension, and I'm guessing that this happens like 15-20 minutes into the episode. The first 10-15 minutes is them finding Edwin and convincing him to help them, which he probably will, because you see this promotional photo. This is Edwin Gowes here, and he's just chilling with Ralph, so it looks like he's not a bad guy at all. So they're probably just convincing him to help them. So that's probably going to happen the first 10-15 minutes of the episode, and then the rest of the episode is going to be them facing off with Devoe, whether it be a simulation, whether it not be a simulation, I don't really know yet. But it might be. I'm kind of hoping it is. Like, I think that after they figure out they could go confront Devoe, they feel like maybe Ralph will screw up. So let's put him through a simulation to see what he does, and then we'll go against Devoe in the next episode. Which I don't think that's a huge possibility, but it would be pretty cool. Again, it would be awesome in the same like way the Young Justice did it, because they did it so well, because you didn't see it coming at all. At least I didn't. So I just read the synopsis earlier, and there's a part of it that actually I didn't really know what it meant in my synopsis breakdown, but now that I watched episode 17, I know exactly what it means. So it says that Joe is concerned with Harry's recent behavior, and I think that the reason he's concerned is probably because Harry is actually Eobard Thawne. That was teased in the last episode, because Gideon said that it's been like 1,000 days since they've talked, and apparently it's been exactly that many days, not 1,000, or the amount of days she said, it's been exactly that many days since Eobard Thawne appeared on The Flash and talked to Gideon, so it's gotta be Eobard Thawne. And why else would Harry be doing that, other than the fact that either the thinking cap is giving him the ability to know that Gideon's there and know that how to manipulate her in some way, and I don't really know why he would do that, maybe to trick Devoe in some way. But why? That's the only other explanation, other than the fact that it's actually Eobard Thawne. And like I said in my review for the last episode, it's only possible for him to have switched with Harry in either episode 16 or episode 17 because of the events of episode 15. Definitely watch my review for that episode to find out what that meant, because I don't really have time to explain it here, but there's really no other possibility other than the thinking cap thing, which I think would be a little stupid in my opinion, and I also really want to see Eobard Thawne back, so that's really the only reason I could think why they'd be doing this. Also, they're making a huge big deal out of this, because you look at the synopsis for episode 19, and it says a part of it is Cisco becomes suspicious of Harry, so they're making a big storyline out of it at the end of the season, so I definitely think that it's Eobard Thawne, and I'm really hoping that it is as well. Maybe Eobard Thawne is going to help Team Flash with Devoe. Maybe he's going to help Devoe with Team Flash. Honestly, it would be pretty cool if we saw a speedster battle at the end of the season, even though he's not the main villain of the season, like in episode 22, which is titled Think Fast. Maybe there's a speedster battle with the Reverse Flash. That would be pretty cool. And by the way, the title for episode 23, the finale, is We Are the Flash. And I know that will get a lot of people angry because of the infamous quote from Iris West, which is We Are the Flash. But I think the reason they're titling this is, one, because of that quote, and just like to tie into the rest of the season. And two, because there will be more than one The Flash. Like both Devoe and Barry Allen will probably look like the Flash, which will probably be a little repetitive, considering last year we had two Barry Allens fighting each other at the end of the episode, and it seems like they're doing the same thing again this year. But who knows, maybe they can make it different enough to the point where it's not repetitive, but for some reason I doubt that they will, and I know a lot of people are going to get angry over the title of this finale, and it's kind of a stupid title just looking at it. But if you think about what I just said about how the fact that there might be more than one Flash on the show, which may mean this will be another season where the main villain, at least in the season finale, is a speedster, because if this is what the season has been building up to, Devoe taking over Barry's body, which means he will technically be a speedster. He will have his powers. So I mean, I guess they went for the non-speedster main villain for a season, but technically if Devoe gets Barry's bodies, or at least his powers, and like a clone of his body or something like that, then he will technically be a speedster, which I mean I'm fine with. I honestly would not mind seeing another speedster battle in the season. We've seen like one so far with the Reverse Flash versus the Flash and Crisis on Earth X, so it would be pretty nice seeing another one. But anyway, let me know what you think about the trailer in the comments down below, and let me know two things. One, do you think this is an actual simulation? And two, do you think Eobard Thawne is back? Let me know both of the things in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And if you want better notifications for my videos, either follow me on Twitter for better notifications and also daily polls on the Arrowverse and all things similar to that, or click the notification icon, because that definitely helps, because YouTube is not working. It has not been working for the past couple months in terms of subscriptions, so definitely either follow me on Twitter, or if you don't have Twitter or you don't want to follow me for some reason, click the notification icon, because YouTube isn't working. And as always, thanks for watching.